Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vaughnster vlog, and welcome to another day of baby steps on our way to 10K a day. So this is our last segment in the 50-minute cycle. So we are going to be just starting out in a basic march. Let us get our Fitbits going. If you have a BitFit or a fitness tracker or a pedometer of sorts, and you get this info and you feel like sharing it, I would love to hear how many steps you get from today's workout. So we've got that going. As usual, if we're doing a movement and you're not feeling it, or it's hurting your knees, or you want to do something else, just keep moving. You can always come back here to our basic march or modify it as you feel compelled to. The important part, the really important part, is that we're showing up and that we're bringing what we have. So not every day is going to be 100%. You know, some days we might be here like my knees are hurting, my shoulders are hurting, but I'm showing up and I'm doing what I can, and that's the important part. Let's inhale, bringing our arms up. Exhale, coming down. But yeah, we've started doing our Friday night flow parties, and I danced for almost 2 hours solid last night, and it was so much fun, but I'm kind of hurting today. That's all right. Just sore and stiff. I think moving around's really gonna help me out. So now let's do a toe tap out to the front. And then we just, it's been a doozy of a day. We went into town and ran all of our errands. And so there was a lot of standing in line, a lot of walking around on concrete floors, and I think the padding in my shoes have finally worn out because I'm hurting in ways that I don't typically hurt. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's keep this toe tap going to the front, and let's raise an arm out to the front, same side leg, or same size as the leg that's moving. Just reaching. Let's go ahead and wiggle our fingers. But yeah, it was just crazy bonkers in town, and we've got weather coming in, so everybody's like milk and bread, freaking out kinda and driving crazy, and it's rainy, so oof. But it's good to be home. All right, let's tap that toe to the back. Really reaching here. Remembering to breathe. We're just kind of moving things around, warming up. We're not having a race. And choose your pace. You can go at the same pace of the music. Ooh, I need to refill the bird feeders. And now from here, let's keep this tap to the back going and add in a shoulder press, pressing our palms towards the ceiling. And we're trying to get all of our laundry washed before the pipes freeze back up with the cold. And it's just, it's a busy day, but we're still here. We're still doing our baby steps. And let's do a heel tap out to the front now. So I do want to take this as an opportunity, because I know y'all are probably having just as busy as a day, just as full of a life, just as hectic or possibly overwhelmed as what I'm feeling, but we're still showing up. So thank you for showing up and being my workout buddy today, because I know making these videos keeps me accountable in ways that when it's just me on my own, I don't show up like this. So thank you guys for keeping me showing up. Let's keep that heel tap going and add in that tricep extension. Toes towards the sky. Nice, deep, slow, kind of almost cleansing breaths. I like to, as I'm inhaling and exhaling, I'm kind of visualizing, what it's like to, if you have a dirty dish rag and you're just rinsing. The breath is the clean water that's rinsing everything away. Keep those triceps going. And let's come back into our march. Let's take this as a little bit of a hydration break. Make sure you have some water on hand. I didn't grab a towel for being sweaty because I'll never learn. but that's okay. We'll figure something out. So just moving forward and back. And so now what we're gonna do is let's come into a nice, like, kind of wider stance, and we're just gonna shift and tap to each side. And you can go ahead, oh, I love this one, and swing your arms, just nice and heavy hands. Remembering to breathe. So sometimes, even whenever I'm not feeling relaxed, almost especially when I'm not feeling relaxed, I like to kind of force myself into a deep, relaxed breathing pattern. Let's come into a hamstring curl. Just because I think getting control and awareness of my breath is the first step to bringing myself back down to a state of calm and peace. So keep that hamstring curl curling. And let's keep that going while adding in a bicep curl. And really, we can add some resistance from within, but I'm just going at a pace to get the blood moving, to kind of just, it's really just all about moving everything and getting the blood flowing there and getting warmed up, and we're taking care of our heart. And it's building our core strength and our balance and other things, but this is not a replacement for strength training, which I think is very important. So let's come now to a step touch. So step together, there we go. And these baby step workouts, they really do help me to just, especially in the midst of a busy day, everything else gets pushed beyond my bubble of awareness. And I'm just here with y'all, getting our steps in. So let's keep this step together, and then we're just gonna reach up. Reaching with my fingertips instead of my palm this time, just to feel how different that feels. Keep this going. So I'm finding I really do kind of prefer my favorite baby steps. Let's come into a knee lift, are like the 30-minute ones. Those are my favorite because I feel like I can bring a higher intensity to the whole 30 minutes and then it's done, but it's not like, I'm not gonna say disrupting my whole day, because this isn't disrupting, but it does take a solid hour of uninterrupted time to do this. Whereas with a 30-minute, that's much more manageable. So let's keep this knee lift going and bring in some figure 8 arms. And the reason why I bring that up is because it's okay if I can't carve an hour out of every day. Maybe I can only carve an hour out of one day a week. Whereas if I did 30 minutes, 5 days a week, I'm getting way more movement in throughout the week. And I think that might be where the win is for me here. So, and then I can still show up and pull it in the full hour whenever I have the time. But it's just fitting it to where it fits into your day. So some days it might just be 5 minutes. Some days I might be able to do a full 60-minute. But if I'm averaging showing up, then it's gonna be fine. We don't need to be meeting arbitrary measurements and stuff. It's here in the what I still consider to be the beginning stages of my journey. Let's keep these side steps going. Well, actually, let's bring it back into that step tap with the reach across. There we go. I still feel like I'm in the beginning stages of my journey to the fitter me that I'd like to be. And so I'm not trying to make myself meet specific metrics, or I'm not trying to achieve specific results other than showing up and tracking. And if I can do that, I'd like to do that every day. That's my goal. Just that simple. Did I show up? Yes, then that's a win. Was it for 5 minutes? Sure. Still a win. All right, let's march. And so, but that's just where I'm at right now. I'm trying to really give myself a lot of grace, because for years, so long, you guys, keep marching. For so long, maybe hydrate, I didn't give myself any grace. It was, I had to be perfect or I was a failure. And those were the extremes I was functioning in. So I'm probably spending, it might seem like a lot to y'all, but I'm spending a lot of space and time letting myself have the grace to do however much as I can or however little as I need to, but I'm setting that bar so low that I can't not meet it. Just gotta put in that 5 minutes. And y'all, I really feel like that's changed things for me. It might just be a mindset shift, but it's changed things for me. Alrighty, let's bring in that march again. Forward and back. Like already, my knees are actually starting to feel maybe better, at least juicier. Like it feels like it's massaging them. Whereas to just stand or sit felt like they were just aching. Use that breath to kind of just, I let it take whatever physical pain I'm in with it too, and I exhale. It's just better out than in. So let's get our breath arms involved. And you can go real nice and slow, add in some neck circles. It's kind of a lot. You can stand still and do your neck circles. Very good. And so let's come back into, let's compare this to us of 10 minutes ago. How did we feel on our step togethers last time we did them? I'm feeling a little warmer, a little better. And this is, we're just building an introspection of there might be no difference at all. That's okay. What we're practicing is looking inward. How's my heart rate? How's my breath? How is my body feeling? Now let's keep this step together going with the swing arms again. Nice heavy hands. I gotta check my microphone. I just keep bumping it. Okay, it's still going. I hope the audio, I really worry on these longer videos about something going wrong with the audio, and I don't know it until I've done the full 50 minutes. I mean, that hasn't happened since like one of our like 10 or 20 minute one. I don't know, it was a shorter one, but man, that was demoralizing. All right, so we're going to tap out to the front. There we go. Just a nice toe tap, 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 tap. There we go. Working on that balance, working on, I really feel, I'm aware of my ankles in this one. I want nice strong ankles. So let's keep that tap to the front going and add in that palm up, shoulder press. My hands are touching the highest range of motion as my toe touches the ground. Now let's keep this tap motif going, but we're just going to tap out to the side. And you can go at whatever pace you like. You don't have to be going at the same pace as me. You could be right here. Whenever I go slower, I like to focus on my range of motion and my balance and my control. So let's keep that going and add in a bicep curl. But then whenever I'm going a little faster, I still try to keep that feeling of deliberate movement, control, and energy. I just try to energize it. So I don't want to be sloppier, I just want to be a little faster. Okay, let's tap to the back. There we go, trying to stay in frame. I started moving the rug around and that really disorients me because I relied pretty heavily on that bald spot on the rug because I can feel it with my feet, so I know I'm on my mark. I need to take my own advice and slow it down and just get a little bit more deliberate and controlled with that tap, and then we can add in wave arms. Okay, so now from here, let's be stationary. We're gonna tap out to the front and dragging our toe around to the back and then back around to the front, and then we can bring our other leg around to the front, then around to the back, shift our weight, shift our weight, and just keep these, you go in whatever direction that you like. But we're just working on our balance here. And I'm trying to keep it nice and slow and consistent, as if I were the hands of a clock. It's okay if you lose your balance, just come back to it. And then if you feel ready, we can actually lift our foot and bring it around, touching in the back, lift, and bring around to the front. And we'll shift our weight and we bring that around, tap, and around, tap. There we go. Let's march it out, forward and back. Drink some water. So I'm so glad, because I'm so glad that I showed up today, because I've had to be a little sporadic in the recording of these longer segments. Keep marching, and let's add in bigger arms. But I've had to be sporadic because, like, next week we've got -1 is in our forecast for the temperature, and so whenever it's cold like that, I can't turn the heater off in the house for an hour to record and be able to capture decent enough audio. Not saying we've got good quality audio or anything, but it'd be even worse. So we've had to, like, I've missed a couple of days of recording, but I have kept up with doing at least a 30-minute baby step on most days. There's been some days that I didn't show up. That's okay. I showed up the next day, because 2 days in a row is the start of a new habit. So it's okay to miss one day. I just got to show up the next day. So it's not trying to pretend like I'm perfect or anything like that. I just got to keep showing up and give myself grace for whenever I stumble, because the more I stumble and keep getting back up, the more likely I am to stick with it and to make it to where I'm going. So let's come now into a step tap. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring in those reach across arms. There we go. And you can stay here, or you can add in a little bit more of a dip. And again, I really like to make it slow and even movement. I feel like the more slow and deliberate I am, the more of my balance it's building. There we go, let's march again. We're gonna come on into a knee up. Keep going, let me check my foot. Okay, I'm okay. I'd gotten a splinter in my foot dancing yesterday. All right, knee ups, yeah. And I just want to make sure I didn't open that back up. And we'll keep these knee ups going, but let's bring it in at pull down. So just making sure that wherever we are, we bring those arms straight back up. Reach, reach, reach. And that adds in a whole lot of intensity. There we go. Whew. Now let's come into, let's march forward and back another couple times. So let's come into a hamstring curl. And let's keep this hamstring curl going while we add in a wide row. Keep going, keep breathing. Keep that core engaged so that we're supporting through the core of our body. And let's bring it forward and back. And when you're ready, come on and join me with some heel taps. And now from here, let's add in a low row, pulling my hands back as my heel taps the floor. And keep it going. You might be going, this is good too. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, do it with your full intent and purpose and to the best that you can. So whenever I go slow like this, I like to bring in, or slower rather, let's come into that step tap. Whenever I'm going slower, I like to bring in some musicality. It's not always good musicality. But sometimes, like if I want to make something more complex but don't necessarily want to increase the cardio intensity, adding in little brain games. So maybe just trying to stick with the beat is usually pretty challenging for me. So, and I like to move it forward and back. So that's a nice way, I think, of kind of mixing it up a little for our brain. Because if I get bored, y'all, I'm done for. Like, I can handle not feeling like it, but if I don't feel like it and I'm bored, Okay, now we march. Hydrate so you don't dehydrate. I figure anything that if I don't get enough of it, my brain starts to hurt, it's got to be like super important. So whenever I get dehydration headaches from just, all winter, the air being so dry and just sweating more and chronically not drinking enough water, it's like my brain is in pain. I have to start drinking more water. Let's keep that march going and move those arms. I love bringing that march forward and back. Okay, so from here, we're gonna come back to that step together. step together, step together, step together, step together. Just swinging my arms in opposition. Because if I were moving the same arm, which that's fun too. Ooh. You can stay here, or we can step together, step, touch, step together, step, touch. So 2 steps in one direction. Step together, step, touch, step together, step, touch. And you could take up as little or as big of a space as you want. Okay, next, let's keep that step together going. But you can add a little bit of a hip circle. So whenever I step wide open, I'm bringing my hips around to the front. When I step together, I'm bringing my booty around. So step together, step together, hip circle, hip circle. And let's just keep that going. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we bring that foot in and then step back out. So that's that transition. So let's go 2 in each direction. There's 1, 2, tap, 1. You know, and I try to explain it and then I'm like, I can't even do this. Just wiggle your butts, y'all. You'll get there. We'll get there together. Oh, mercy. So now let's come into a knee up. But either way, my brain feels nice and challenged. So that's good. Working my brain out as well. Now you can stay here with the single knee ups if you like, or you can join me with 2 on each side. So we're gonna go 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, shift my weight, 2, shift my weight, 2. I hope that that's helpful. Sometimes when especially when I'm moving my body actually, words are very hard, numbers are nigh impossible. So, don't know what that means about anything, but I try my best to be helpful with my explanations. If it's not making sense, just ignore me. All right, let's march forward and back for a moment before finding ourselves in the center of our work area or movement area. And let's do a low kick out to the front. You can stay here if you like, or you can kick to the front, kick to the back, kick to the front, kick to the back, kick to the front, kick to the back. And so this is what that would look like. And it's just a shifting of the weight onto your front foot while you kick back, and onto your back foot while you kick to the front. And then we can bring that around and let's kick with our left to the front and then our right to the back. These are very silly, dancey kicks. They're not, good form or anything. I'd love to take martial arts classes or something and learn more about, how to move my body and how to do different things in different ways. But I'm not there yet. We'll see. Let's come into a hamstring curl. And we can go ahead, get our arms swinging, just in whatever way feels good to you. I just figure I spend so much time either at a computer. Let's do double side. There's 1, 2, shift 1, 2, shift 1, 2, shift 1, 2. Keep going. But I spend so much time at a computer, or at least in a computer chair, either doing administrative stuff for our business or crafting. And then, so anything that can get my arms moving in ways that are the opposite of sitting at a desk That's what I go for, because I want to keep everything moving. Let's march it forward and back. Y'all, we are over halfway done. That is awesome. Still nervous about the audio. I don't know why, I just have a feeling I'm worried about the audio. And keep marching. Let's do one more round, and again, let's do nice big arms. Really focusing personally on lifting my elbows because I really want to stretch. I hope I'm helping as opposed to hurting, but it feels good whenever I lift my elbows. It feels like it's relieving or massaging this pain I've been having in my shoulder caps. It could just be aggravating the inflammation. It does feel good when I ice them. But let's come now into a step together. Yes. We're going into skaters, y'all. So let's tap that foot behind the other one and swing our arms around. Let's do one more round of our skaters. Really twisting through our core in a deliberate way. But I love the way that this stretches and massages through the sides of my abdomen, my lower back. Okay, let's come now into a very wide knee lift. There we go. Keep breathing, working on building my balance and control. I'm really looking forward. I've never been able to do this. Not with any degree of proficiency, but I'm really looking forward to the day that I can, let's get our arms up over our head, that I can hoop with like one leg sticking out, or hoop single leg, knee hooping. So let's bring that elbow down to our knee, and with the opposite arm, you may not be able to touch them elbow to knee, that's okay, just try your best. But we're reaching with our other hand. So you could just be here, and we're just reaching, y'all. Modify in whatever way that you need to. This is such a personal journey. I'm hoping these baby steps will just be stepping stones that you can utilize as best suits you. But the point is to show up and to learn to listen to ourselves. And that was something that I didn't know I needed when I started this journey. But the more I've shown up here with y'all, doing these baby steps, the more I become aware of that inner voice. It's like, drink your water. This is hurting, and I think this is why, and this feelings means this thing. Like I'm just, whereas before it was all just noise. Now I'm able to pick meaning out of, the internal noise. So let's keep marching forward and back for just a few more, about 10 more seconds. And then we're going to come into a step together. No, sorry, I'm reading wrong. It's another knee up. I must have really been feeling like I needed to work on these when I was choreographing this, because I clearly need to work on them. They're a challenge. That's okay. We are good at doing challenging things, aren't we? We made it this far. That's proof enough. Because already I can feel myself mentally being like, this isn't even that much. Kind of degrading my own accomplishments. And it's like, excuse me, yes it is. This is a really big deal because I've never done all of this before. And it's a big deal even if it's just that. Okay, let's get our arms up over our head. Bring that elbow across to our knee. If we can. I can't join them yet. I have to check the mic. This is making me so nervous. Hey, don't look, I'm sticking it. All right, there we go, in my bra. Excellent, that wasn't weird at all. This is totally professional. What were we doing? Yeah, elbows to knee. Sorry, y'all. Whew, march it out. Hydrate your noodles. I think this might be the year that we start going to drum jams again, because I found a Facebook listing for one in the town near us, and I think we'll be available for those days that it says that it's happening. So I'm excited to go and drum with a bunch of hippies. Probably, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be all sorts of folks. One of my best friends that I go to drum jams with is an engineer, so it takes all kinds. All right, 5 more seconds here with this march. And let's come into a step tap. You can bring it if you got it. I'm feeling a little bit more energy right now, like a little more energized. Maybe this is a second wind, I don't know. I genuinely think, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. The first 10 minutes of a workout are the hardest for me, because that's when I'm working through all of my distraught feelings of not wanting to be here, wanting to be like on the couch or under a blankie instead. But after that first 10 minutes, I can keep going. Like emotionally, I can keep going. So I don't know. That's something I'm just going to kind of take note of in myself and see if I can base any theories on it about myself. I don't know. So we're doing that hook cross as we step tap. Now let's come into a low kick to the front. I don't know, I still feel like I'm just taking notes on myself, like trying to learn about me based off of my external behaviors and try to connect them to what I'm experiencing internally. I don't know thyself. I'm hoping that if I get to know myself like a map or something, so I can have an understanding, that I'll be able to know how and when to ask for help. So let's reach towards our foot. Don't know why, just compelled. So I figure if anything draws the flame of inspiration in me towards that direction, it's like we have a little candle flame and it's getting pulled, by a current or a draft. I feel like I should follow that. All right, march it out, you guys. Forward and back. Just a few more times, and then we're going to be coming into the reach overs. No, we're not. The reach acrosses. So we'll do the step tap again, and then reach across. One more round here. We can add in a little bit more of a dip. All right, let's march to get our feet in under us, and then we're gonna come into a side leg lift. And I've got my hands on my hips here so that I can be stable and controlled and balanced through my lifting, and I wanna be nice and slow. Let's go, doesn't matter how high you get your leg. Let's just see how slow and balanced we can make it. And so what I'm looking for in my balance is how, maintaining integrity through my vertical standing. If you want to really challenge, let's see if we can do 2 on each side. Whew, it's okay if we lose our balance. That's how we learn. But yeah, so my goal is, if you can picture, I'd like to have a hula hoop on my raised leg, and I'm not there yet. I'm a lot farther than I thought I was. It's 1 more on each side. Whew, there we go. But these are the things that are drawing my inner flame, that I'm like, okay, let's go see how much we can hula hoop with our feet. This seems a worthy endeavor. Marching that out, forward and back. Come back to the center of our space. We're going to come into that step tap. When you're ready, add those arms diagonally overhead into a reach over. And you can move this forward and back if you like. Which I always like, moving it forward and back. So it just makes it so much more interesting, like physically interesting, I guess. Okay, so now from here, grab onto your butts. We're doing leg lifts to the back. So again, wanting to go nice and slow, steady and balanced if I can. So a controlled shift of my weight from either side. Okay, if we wobble. And now we can add in our arms in opposition, keeping an upright posture if we can, and lifting that leg back. It doesn't have to go very high. Like, there's different levels of, just because I can get my leg up to a certain height doesn't mean it's happening with grace or purpose or balance. And that's what I'm shooting for, is that feeling. Because it's like dancing in the dark is just for yourself, that feeling whenever we're moving. Like, that's what I'm looking for, because I don't know what it looks like. That's for, other sets of eyeballs. For me, it's all about, I want to feel what it feels like to activate that muscle and to, build that mind-body coordination. Whew. Like, that stuff fans my inner flame right now. Like, I'm so excited about, I don't know, just like, I want to learn how to make my eyebrows go like this. So, all right, we're keeping going with a little step together. I'm going to move it forward and back again. I can do one eyebrow. And I can move both of them. I just need to practice on the other one. Okay, from here, let's march forward and back with nice big arms. Y'all, I'm just having a ball. I'm having way more fun in the last 10 minutes of our workout than in the first 10 minutes, for sure. I had another one of those double espresso protein shakes from Sam's Club. That's good stuff. Okay, from here, let's go tap heel to hand, and then heel tap. Heel to hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. Heel tap, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get our arms up. 3, 4, and arm swing. 3, 4. Heel tap to hand, 2, 3, 4. Heel, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heel big, 2, 3, 4. Last set of each. Really getting those toes up there. Woo! There we go, you guys. That was that. Okay, so now we're gonna come into, let's get our feet in under us. Nice and stationary. We're gonna step out where we're shifting our weight to where it's between both feet. And then out and back in. So this is that step out. And you can stay here, or you can join me in coming down into a small squat. And you don't have to fit this to the pace of anything. Always move in deliberate control whenever we're doing movements like this, because I don't want to be shifting over and hurting my knee or my ankle, you know, or who knows what else. So get stable, squat, and then up and in. And so always start slow and controlled before there's no reason to add in speed, you know, in the beginning whenever we're working on our form. So last one on this side, there we go. Okay, so let's come into a step together. My day is catching up with me too, though. I'm getting, there's still quite a bit of my day ahead of me, but I'm whooped. Okay, so we're gonna come into a double side taps, step together, step, touch, step together, step, touch. And you can stay here, or step together, step, knee, step together, step, knee up. Knee up, step together, step, knee up. There we go. Last one on this side. There we go. March it forward and back, and we're about to start our cool down. So that's pretty neat. Let's actually get some water while we're here. You can make it a little more dancey if you want. I've shifted that march into a step together. Do whatever you want. This is just free for all, y'all. Right on. Okay, let's stand grounded in the center of our area, and we're going to bring our hips around to the side, front, side, and back. Keeping our feet grounded and our head kind of in the same place. I almost wish I had a camera right there on the ceiling, so that would be a really good way for me to check my own form, actually. But I'm trying to keep my head and feet in the same spot, and then my hips, whoop, change direction, drawing a circle. Remembering to breathe, listen to our body. You don't want to be pushing your hips, you know, out of alignment or anything. Like, I don't want to be pulling anything, I guess is what I'm saying. And with that movement, I do recommend that you start small and then kind of build up to kind of scraping the edge of your range of motion. Okay, let's come into step togethers, but nice and slow, real relaxed. Let's inhale with our arms up, exhale down. And we can even come into snake arms here. With that step together, we can even make it smaller. Just kind of leading with my elbow. Let's finish them off, making nice and big. Very nice. I love those. So now we're going to march it forward and back again as our breath and our heart rate have hopefully returned to a little closer to our normal level. Keeping it just chill, just trying to bring the volume down, dim it gradually from the intensity we were at to the peace that we'd like to take with us into the rest of our day. And so from here, I'm just going to march in place. And I'm actually not even going to lift my feet. What I'm doing here is I'm actually going to come up and stretch and then stretch. Just rolling up onto there's no weight on that foot. I'm just stretching through it. From here, let's come down, just dipping through our knees, and then up. Whew. Just doing some calf raises. And if you'd like a little bit more challenge to your balance, let's add our arms, rising them as we come up, and then lowering them as we come down. It's always a challenge for me to coordinate that calf raise with my hands movement. There we go. Using my breath really helps me. So when I inhale, at the peak of my inhale, that lets my hands and ankles know we're coming back down. And then it's like my breath is the conductor in front of, conducting to the rest of my body, and it gives it something that it can coordinate with. So I don't know, just taking notes. Let's step together, and let's shift that into a step tap. Ooh, I'm snapping and crackling. But I mean, it feels good, so I guess that's what counts. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm checking into my knees right now. They feel better than they did when I started. And I don't know if that's because I'm numb to it or because I got enough blood flow through there that hopefully, my body can do what it needs to do. So I think circulation really helps. And let's add in that same arm swing from before, all that time ago. Like 40 minutes or 50 minutes ago, Vaughn was a completely different Vaughn. That was so 40 minutes ago. Really letting your hands be nice and heavy. Don't be afraid to be silly with it. Let's do one last round of breathing in and out. Let's shift through the side for a side bend like this. Interlaced fingers pressing away, but also still somehow trying to make space between my shoulders and ears. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to the left. Just relaxing my shoulders away from my ears is such a big difference for me. Y'all, I highly recommend doing more of a cool down or maybe some mobility work or something, but that's where I'm drawing it today because I've got to get on to our other things. We got 4,113 steps here. Let me know how many you got down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the outro. Hey y'all, thanks so much for being my workout buddy today. I really enjoyed this workout. Like, I got my daily mood lift. Like, I feel like I have my second wind, and y'all, I'm doing like a bunch of paperwork and crap tonight for taxes. So it's like, wish me luck. I'm so tired already, but I have to get started on it. And so wish me luck. Today's question of the day is pinned down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. The questions of the day are things that helped me in my journey so far. They helped give me clarity about the things that I would want to what obstacles can I anticipate? And in my imagination, how would I work through them? And it gives me a way to kind of dry run it before, I'm in the thick of it and having to make decisions when I'm hangry and tired and stuff. It's like I can anticipate having that situation because it happens so frequently through my life that it's like, okay, I would bet that this is going to happen again. Next time it happens, how would my ideal way of handling it be? Let's figure out how to get there from here. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that we did it, you guys. My steps for the day. We still have 2 more weeks of recording ahead of me, which I'm not going to lie is very daunting to me right now. But I'm at 9,504 steps. So now granted, today was an out of the house day, so I got a whole bunch of steps in that I might not normally have gotten. But we're getting there. We're averaging almost 10,000 a day, and we still have 2 weeks ahead of us. So I really do think if we stick with this, who knows? I'll see you there. Let's stay tuned and find out. So until next time, you guys, thank you again for being here, and keep on keeping on. Bye.